Good morning and welcome to the first food prep for 2026. I'm going to try and do a food prep / half meal prep today because I've really been loving this idea of Lego meal prep or whatever people are talking about. I feel like it actually really helps to portion out food. I mentioned this in my previous video and I thought I would talk about it a little bit more today. But really what it is you're just meal prepping in smaller sizes. That's it. That's pretty much it. I'm also going to feed my starter and might make some interesting flavor sourdough as well this week. This took me a little bit of time to get back to its bubbly state because I did neglect it, but our house is really cold, so it's just been sitting on the side, getting a little angry. But as you can see, I fed this yesterday and it's just kind of really come down, so it's ready to be fed again. The first food prep I'm doing this morning is for some English baked beans. I have all the ingredients and I have some tomatoes that need using. So this is a little bit of a project pantry, use what we have in the cupboard first, and then I'm going to sit down and make a list of all the other things that I'm going to make. But earlier this morning I put the white beans that I'm using, I used navy beans, I put them in the Instant Pot and I cooked them for about 26 minutes and I left them to release for I think half an hour. I didn't mean to leave it that long. I only meant to leave it for 10 to 15 minutes. But the beans are now ready. And whenever I cook beans in the Instant Pot, I always add a little bit of salt and a bay leaf. It really actually makes a big difference to the flavour. So I'm going to start with the English baked beans and then sit down and make my list. But first I'm going to make a cup of coffee because I haven't done a big food prep for a while. So I feel like I need a little boost. Okay, so the coffee that we have for this week is the Foundation Blend by Reanimator, and I got this through Trade Coffee, who are kindly sponsoring this portion of today's video. Honestly, I'm such a big fan of Trade because I love that they support roasters across the US. They have so many unique flavors that I haven't tried before, and we know that I love coffee and I always love to support independent roasters over the big ones that their coffee doesn't even taste good. I decided to go for this one because it has some excellent sounding notes. We've got dark cocoa, ripe blueberry and toasted walnut. Does that not just sound so good? And I can already smell it through the bag because all of their bags are roasted to order, so it's incredibly fresh and that makes a really big difference to the taste. I always go for a light medium roast, and you could take a quiz on Trade to make sure that they know what your preferences are, and it's not algorithmic, it's all personalized, so you're going to get something that you actually want and something that really aligns with the flavors that you like when it comes to coffee. These roasters are based in Philadelphia, and I've heard that Philadelphia actually has a really good coffee scene, so I wanted to try a small roasters from there. They actually started someone's basement, so that's a pretty fun story. As I said, I'm a big fan of Trade. The last coffee I tried from them, Utopian, was so good that I was this close to ordering it again, but I really wanted to try something new, especially since they have like over 450 plus coffees to try. So if you are interested in checking out Trade, which I highly recommend, right now Trade is offering 50% off a 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/Immy. That's drinktrade.com/Immy for 50% off 1 month. drinktrade.com/Immy. I mentioned in my previous video that I could not find English baked beans in the US that didn't have lard in them or aren't kind of ridiculously sweet, so I've been making my own baked beans for a while. Although it's been a little bit of time since I've made this recipe and I've started making it again and having it for breakfast, and it's made such a difference. Being able to alternate between porridge and baked beans just gives like a different vibe, a different feel, but they're both still warm and for the winter. This recipe is exceptionally easy to make. I just cook down the onions for about 10 minutes, add the garlic and whatever kind of chili I'm using. Then I'll add the sugar and cook that for a little bit, add the soy sauce and the vinegar, cook that down a little bit until the liquid had kind of disappeared a little bit, and then I'll add in my fresh tomatoes. You can also use tinned tomatoes if you want. I just had some to use up. I'll allow that to cook down for maybe 15 minutes, give it a good blend, check for seasonings like salt and pepper, and then I'll simply add in my beans and stir through. I added in quite a lot of beans into my mix today, much more than I usually would, and that's just because of how many I've made in the Instant Pot in the morning. But 2 cans is definitely enough if you want it to be more saucy, but you can always add more beans if you want it to be a little more bean heavy too. So next I made a sofrito with black beans, and this is from Rainbow Plant Life's book, Big Vegan Flavor, unsurprisingly. If you don't have the recipe book and you want to try something similar, she does have a recipe on her website called, I think it's just Mexican black beans, saucy black beans, and it's a very, very, very similar recipe. Again, I still had some more tomatoes that I wanted to use up, and I had some tins of black beans in the cupboard, so I thought that this would be a perfect way to really engage with my project pantry. Try and do this food prep mostly with ingredients that I already have. I think I spent about $30 for any extra ingredients I didn't have for this whole meal prep for everything that I was able to prep for this week, and hopefully for some meals for next week as well. But this is a very simple recipe to make, and it uses some very basic ingredients which help to kind of keep it a little bit more budget friendly. I am trying to expand my recipes this year by trying some other things, but I'm also having a hard time trying to make sure I'm happy with the things that I'm going to freeze. This I felt would freeze really well, especially in portioned blocks, but I don't always want to freeze my tofu because it does produce a very specific texture. Anyway, the next thing I made was also something that I was experimenting with to see how well it would freeze, and this is the peanut miso ramen from A Pinch of Yum. Instead of 1 tablespoon of the red curry paste, I did 2, and then instead of 2 tablespoons of miso, I just did 1, and then I did quite a bit more veggie broth than she called for as well. This is what's fun about making recipes that you quite like but kind of want to change up a little bit to make it suit your taste a little bit more. I felt like her original recipe, when I tasted it, was just a little bit too salty for me, which is why I brought down the miso a little bit and I upped the veggie broth a little bit more just to kind of thin it out just a little bit. I also wanted to have a little bit more liquid because you cook the noodles in the sauce later, which makes it really, really delicious, but it definitely takes up some of the sauce whilst you're kind of cooking that down. So this is the kind of base of the soup. I also did add in some shiitake mushrooms and some sugar snap peas because there were no vegetables really in this soup, and then if I make it, I'll defrost that and I'll maybe make the tofu when I'm supposed to. It's a kind of side crispy tofu that you make, but I think just making 1 or 2 elements of a meal, it makes it so much easier just to get started with something, especially if you're like, okay, 1 element is already done, then I've only got 1 element to actually do myself. I think it makes us much more likely to make quite a few more homemade recipes. I also wanted to try with some of the remainder of the black beans because I wanted to use up the cans. I made some black bean burgers. I haven't made these in quite a long time, but this was a new recipe I was trying, which I'll link in the description, and I'm very excited to see how these turn out because black bean burgers can either be really good or they can be a bit mushy, they can not stand together that well. Whenever I meal prep or food prep things like this, like these black bean burgers or meatballs, I'm never sure whether I should cook them first and then freeze them. These are obviously uncooked, so I thought, why not? This is a new recipe that I've been trying, so I'll be very interested to see how these are. But I'm just gonna put them in the freezer and then see how they turn out. Almost done with the food prep. I just have one more thing to make. I'm gonna make a soup, and that's pretty much it. I have been really trying to work quickly and try to think of things that would go well together or could go with other things like the black beans. I'm just thinking about that with the rice and then being able to put that with some vegetables if I had like a kind of burrito bowl. This with any kind of salad or with a burger bun that I could make, something like that. And then obviously the ramen kind of coconut soupy red Thai curry type thing. All I would need to do is defrost that, heat that up, and then add some tofu to it. It usually comes with some crispy tofu that goes on top, but depends if I can be bothered to add that when I'm actually making it. So yeah, I've just been thinking about different things I can add, or having some complete meals and then some that are elements for things. I definitely wanted to do a little bit more prep in terms of ingredients, but I think I'll have to do that next time. I'm trying not to prep too much food so that we have different things. And I think smaller food prep actually helps to prevent more food waste. And that's kind of why I'm going for like a big freezer prep today, because then it kind of puts things together in the freezer and then there's just no way that it could go to waste because it's being preserved that way. But yeah, I'm going to put these in the freezer and then I'm going to get started with the soup. Lastly, I made a very vegetable heavy lentil soup. Honestly, this is just something I basically searched on a search engine and was like, good meal prep ideas for freezing. And this came up and I thought, well, I've got some lentils that need using. I've got a can of tomatoes that need using. Having a lot of vegetables is never a bad thing. So I decided to give this a try. I would say it's a little bit of a boring soup, to be honest. What I might do is bake some acorn squash or other squash that I have and add that in when I do actually eat it. Okay, the lentil soup is almost done. I'm not sure about it. I would say it's fairly simple, but at least it uses stuff that I have in the cupboard and some very plain and budget friendly kind of vegetables. We'll see how that turns out. But I'm going to be filming a what I eat in a week directly after this, so you can see how I'm putting together some of these meals if you're interested. And I can give you an update to see how the kind of Lego meal prep or prepping in portion sizes goes. But I do want to say that you absolutely do not have to buy things if you want to meal prep this way. I will often use glass Tupperware, whatever size I have, or reusing pasta jars. Just if you're going to use glass and put it in the freezer, make sure you leave at least 2 centimeters at the top so that if it's liquidy at all, it can expand. So just something to think about. I also have a little notebook where I put all the ingredients to specific recipes. So I have all the ingredients for the lentil soup, and then I just have a little clip that I just put on when I want to read the recipe, because if I don't, then otherwise it kind of like closes. So say I want to come to this page and it's like being quite annoying, then I'll just put my clip on. This clip is actually an artist clip. I use it for when I'm doing sort of drawings and stuff like that, but we love a multi-purpose tool, so I have been using it for this as well. As I said, check out the next video, which is going to be what I eat in a week, and I'll show you how I'm putting all these different things together. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm finally feeling better, so I'm excited to start making a lot more content. This was a much slower start to the year than I had actually intended. And if you're new here, hello, hi, my name is Immy, and I'm really pleased that you stopped by. If you want to subscribe, feel free to. If not, that's okay. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.